there, guys. Thank you for joining us today. I am excited. This is part 2 of the Vacation Rental Expert Panel. Now, what is the Expert Panel? It is where a group of professionals come together and we dissect a vacation rental owner or management company's marketing portfolio, helping them to get more bookings and make their properties more attractive. In our last session, we worked with an owner, Teresa Robertson, who has a quaint little cabin out in North Carolina. Now, she just needed some help presenting that better, and Mercedes Brennan and Tyann Marcink and myself came together and just transformed that property, and according to the feedback, you all loved it. So we wanted to do another session, and this one wanted to add a little bit of a twist to it. What is that twist? Well, we are going to work today with a vacation rental management company, a property owner with multiple properties. I had some concerns about that, how we're going to, help this property manager with all these different properties. So we have some really interesting things. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to walk through this process, and each one of us is going to have some kind of a reveal where we're going to show the transformation in action. So make sure you stay tuned for the whole thing. It's going to be exciting. Well, who did we pick? Well, we picked Wendy Jackson. Wendy Jackson, you are the winner.
Woo! Yeah, Wendy.
All right. So Wendy was just not a quitter. She didn't win on the first round, but she didn't give up. And she kind of tagged me around on social media, and she said, I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to keep trying because this is a great opportunity for some help. And that really resonated with me. I just thought, wow, that's that go-getter attitude that I think it really helps to feel good about helping someone like that, because you know that they have that tenacity. So I wanted to help her. What we'll do is, first let me introduce you guys. So those who have missed the first video can kind of catch up. Well, I have two of the industry's best professionals. I have Tyann Marcink, who is just a phenomenal photographer. She does her thing on those photographs. All right, so she's joined us today.
Hey, guys.
Then we have Mercedes Brennan, an amazing interior designer with some great ideas that will inspire everyone, I am sure. And then we have the bald guy, Jay, who is going to work his magic on SEO, marketing, presentation, and some web stuff. At the end of this, I will be doing a big reveal of a new website that we've designed. So let's get right into this. Let me introduce Wendy and her submission. Now, if you guys would like some free help, make sure you go over to the Villa Marketers blog and you enter your property. And the only thing we ask you is just, what is your biggest challenge? And then fill out a comment on our blog, and we will do our best to answer that for you. So this was Wendy's submission. I'm just going to read over it very quickly. Our website is the Cape Escape. We used to be on page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and the others until I had my site redone. Uh-oh. I am very frustrated with that and often see some of the problems as I'm looking at the stat counter. The second, yeah. Well, I'm going to touch on some of these points a little bit deeper on my session, but I'm just going to do a quick overview. Now, her second frustration is that folks are not finding what they need on the site. She says, I have spent 12 years adding the information that folks have asked me. If I have heard the question a couple of times, the answer is on the site. The problem is we have 13 rentals all in the same neighborhood, on the same beach, and with essentially the same amenities. The difference is only that 6 are direct beachfront and the other 7 are just 20 to 200 steps to the beach. Folks have champagne taste and a beer budget, so often they look at the Gulf fronts, can't afford it, and don't get that the other options are right there. Her last frustration is that her site is just okay on mobile devices and it's not so great on tablets. And this is her closing statement. Would love to go back to having the stellar SEO I used to have and make the website a valuable resource to helping folks that are looking for a wonderful Cape Escape. Well, Wendy, we think we can help you. I'm pretty confident of that. So going right into introducing Wendy and her website, let's go ahead and take a look at that. You ready, guys?
Yep, let's
Not
see.
ready.
All right, here we go. So this is what we're dealing with. So here it is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that is Wendy's vacation rental portfolio and website. Now, in my session, I'll go through this a little bit more thoroughly, but right now I just want to introduce what we've got and who the owner is. And let's take a look-see. These are them here, Wendy Jackson and her family. So we're going to help you guys out today. Now, when I decided to help a vacation rental management company, my concern was for all of us, you know, how would we approach this? We have multiple properties, whereas Teresa was just a single property. It was very easy, cut and dry on what we were going to do. Tyann, could you kind of tell me, you know, what your ideas were with that problem I proposed?
All right, so great question, Jay. What I did for the photography part is I just did a whole overview, looked over her whole website to see what things we could do to help every single property. Not just looking at one property or one room, but to look overall, whatever a few things that I could help her with. So I am going to pull up my little PowerPoint presentation for you guys. And I promise it won't be too terribly boring, I hope.
And you're never boring.
So what we're going to do, Tyann, is you're going to show how we can improve the entire portfolio of properties on our site.
Correct, yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys see my face there?
Yeah.
Abandoned boring images?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, here we go. We're going to abandon boring images in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first thing I noticed with Wendy's site is all of the images were very, very small.
Yeah, I agree. They are very small.
This is actually a screenshot of one of her property listings, and you are seeing the images larger than what you would see on her website.
Yeah, I found it difficult to really like absorb any photos because they were just so small.
Yeah, I agree.
I actually found myself squinting a little bit to see, okay, what is in that room? What's over there? I had trouble with that. So the first thing, Wendy, which will go hand in hand most likely with Jay's, I haven't seen his site design yet, but I have a feeling he's going to agree with larger images overall.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is, yeah, tip 1 to help with your photographs. The second thing, I just want to say kudos and awesome job on incorporating the dogs in your photos.
Definitely. Cute.
Yes, and these are my 2 favorite images I found on your site. And just, you know, you are putting yourself in that little niche of pet rentals, and you did a great job of showing the dogs having a great experience as well as the people, and that is so awesome.
Absolutely agree with you on that, Tyann. She did a great job of bringing her niche out, or her unique selling point out to people who are, you know, looking for these types of accommodations. I mean, look at that dog. Isn't it so cute? I mean, come on.
Very cute.
They look like they're having a good time, you know, having fun, enjoying the sunset also, you know. So, Wendy, you did a great job with this, but you could do more. I mean, you didn't have a whole lot of dog photos. Put more dog photos. You know, really make it stand out that this is the place to come with your dog, and I think you will do even better with your places.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one big thing over all the photos I really think you can improve on is the lighting situation. All your photos turn out very dark, and as you can see, this one, it even looks a little grainy because I had to make it larger to fit, so we could actually take a look at it because it was so small on the website.
Yeah.
Right, and the window there with the natural light coming in, I think really threw your camera off, and you didn't have all the lights on in the room as well. So one of the things with cameras is they are easily tricked. They are not like our eyes. Our eyes can see a lot better. Cameras can be easily tricked, and that's what's happened is your camera has taken the light from the window and said, We don't need a whole lot more light for the rest of the room. And it adjusted the settings accordingly.
So
Same
how do
with
you
this.
fix something like that, Tyann?
The best way to do it is to go into manual mode. I make it real easy and not scary.
Okay.
Okay, to go into manual mode. That's one of the things I do talk about in my ebook. I cover extensively. And the other thing I talk about too is your white balance as well. So if you look at this room here with the dining room table, and the chairs you can tell are probably supposed to be white, but they look very dirty, like a dirty off-white color. Okay. And that's the reason that happens when your photo is not properly exposed with the brightness and the white balance is a little bit off.
And is there any way to fix that, Tyann, after you've done that, or is it just better to start the right way?
It's always best to start it the right way, but you can fix it later. There's editing programs that you can do that in. And actually, one of the things I want to do, I didn't have time to do with Wendy's photos, is I actually want to show you guys processing some photos as well and show you just a few clicks what can be done with editing programs to fix your mistakes or to enhance your photos.
So that's some things that we can look forward to in some of the upcoming...
Exactly.
That would be great.
And if Wendy, you know, when you're watching this, if you send me a bigger file, a bigger photo of some of these, I'll do that for you just to show everybody the difference and do a little video, because I tried to do it with some of these that I pulled off her website, but because the photos were so small, I couldn't do anything with them. It was really bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was going to show one more photo that with the lighting overall is needs to be brighter. You can see the lamps, they got that yellowish glow there. You know, these are things that are across the board in her site that we can, you know, just better photographs can help and set your right settings. So I pulled up a couple photos with correct settings to see what difference it would make.
Oh, wow. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. This one has a lot of natural light coming in from the left. As you can see in that one picture there, it's got a reflection of that window over there. And then this one has a lot of natural light coming in, and it's got, you know, the interior lights as well, but it's balanced.
Yeah, I mean that looks great. I mean, and you can see it's a lot of light coming in. So same type of setting. It's just, you know, we got to tell the camera what to do on this one.
Exactly. Cameras are really, really stupid. You know.
I've never thought of cameras as being stupid, but yeah,
I know
that really helps actually.
The cameras are very high tech now, and the commercials try to tell you, oh, they're so smart, they'll do everything for you. But you know what? They're just a piece of technology, and you could spend $200 on a camera, $2,000 on a camera, but unless the person using it knows how to use it, it's not going to look any better.
So that would be another tip, is really it's best to hire a professional photographer if you can.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my next slide is, again, we have the photo from Wendy's site that really needs some help and the difference with the lighting.
What a different presentation.
Great, and I love how crisp that image looks. Like you can really see the white in that sofa. I see what you're saying, like the white is really very white. It's not gray like you were.
It's not that dinginess that, you know, there's subliminal things that go on in the photos that people don't think about. You know? Okay, so my last thing that I wanted to talk about is the kitchens. Okay, the kitchens, you need to declutter your kitchen. If you look on her counter, she's got so many things going on. What I look at is the mess. I don't see the cute sign on the wall. I don't see the cute things on top, plates on top of the cabinets. I see clutter on the counters. I see lots of notes glaring at me from the fridge, and I see a trash can.
Yeah,
you can get away with a trash can, but it has to be extremely chic.
Exactly. Yes, nice trash cans, or hide it, please, please, please.
Yes.
Here's another example. She did better with this cleaning it off, but there's still some things back there that really need to be removed. You know, keep it very sparse, as far as knives go and small appliances.
So what would you recommend that she have on a counter?
Oh, very good question, Mercedes. Yes. Okay, so I have some good photos to show you as well. This is my last photo of Wendy's that I wanted to point out that she did do better with keeping it pretty clear. But again, it's still a little too much, especially if you look on the stove with the salt and pepper shakers and the teapot and the things in the corner and the Kleenex boxes, and then you've got the messy utensils in the jar as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, no, I did have one more really bad one. Kitchen trash can, right front and center. A whole bunch of stuff on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then this next photo is not from Wendy's place, but it is from a vacation rental listing. It might burn your eyes, so look away for a few seconds if you don't want to see it.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
This is from an actual listing. I was like, oh my goodness, this is, oh, you know.
That's bad.
Okay, so let's go to the good ones. All right, so.
Yeah.
Here we go, is this really cute little kitchen. I chose it because it's similar in size to one of Wendy's, but the counters are cleared off. They have one note on the fridge that kind of blends in, and it's got a little pop in there. There's things that could be added to this one, but you know, there's nothing here that should be taken away as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one example. This one here is a little bit better. We've got a little bit of decoration going on as far as the tables go and the kitchen counter as well. And the things that are on the counters back in the corner, we've got the coffee pot, we've got the knives, and then we've got some nice flowers to kind of set it off.
Yeah, it allows your eyes
so
to take in the whole room.
Yeah, and again, this is such a crisp image.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sharpness, clarity makes a big difference. And, you know, photos that are dark tend to get grainy as well, and then it kind of tricks your eyes thinking, you know, they're kind of blurry, not sharp. And so,
Tyann,
again, lighting plays.
Tyann, do you recommend the lights being on when you take these photos?
You know, I go back and forth. It depends upon the property.
Okay.
Usually I turn them all on, and then I take a photo and I look. Okay, what lights might be causing glare? What lights might be causing a really bad yellowish tint because it's the wrong kind of light bulb?
Mm-hmm.
You know, then other times, you know, I end up turning them all off, or sometimes I have some on and some off. It's something you just need to be aware of as you do your shoot as well. Okay. You know, things change. I like to have somebody with me when I'm shooting, so I'm standing there, I'm checking, I'm like, okay, go turn that light off, go turn this one on, tweak this thing, you know.
Okay.
Okay, so, you know, have somebody with you as well so that you're not, you know, you keep your same spot where you're at. If you got once you have something, you know, fixed, and you can look through the camera as somebody tweaks things as well. Because when you look through a camera viewfinder, your perspective of a room changes. It's narrowed just to the frame, whereas our eyes are seeing a lot and can get distracted easily.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so another good kitchen photo here as far as clean countertop, clean kitchen with a little bit of decor, nothing distracting.
Okay.
And then, again, you know.
And this one,
right.
They've added, in that past one, they had some decor at the top, which it's
yes.
not too much, but the counter space is clean.
Exactly, exactly. You can have, you know, decor on the top. It's not too overwhelming, but again, where your guests will be living, where they're staying, that part is clean and ready for them to bring their things in.
Good point.
And then this one I picked because it does have fresh flowers. It really, yeah, it makes a difference to throw the fresh flowers on there. And when I shot this place here in Arizona, I actually removed a ton of stuff. You know, I went in. The owner's like, okay, we're ready for you to shoot. And I look around the kitchen. I'm like, okay, give me 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And we're going to hide things. So outside of the frame, there's a ton of small appliances and things hidden from view. Because it just, once you clutter those kitchen countertops, it looks very closed in, not welcoming.
Yes, so, and I have to add in, if you're going to put any appliances on the countertop, because I think sometimes if you have a really nice coffee machine, for example, that's beautiful, you know, that's actually enhances the kitchen, and then it's okay to put it out. But even then, it should be, you know, sort of smaller shots, you know, where you're just focusing on the coffee machine. Like, look at this great coffee machine you're going to have on your, you know. But I agree with it. Just keep it to a minimum on these, like, entire kitchen shots.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. I think, do I have one more? Nope. So we were going to go back to see what Wendy has currently and what she could do.
All right.
Yeah. All right. That's it. That's all I've got.
Well,
That's
there
great.
were some great tips for us to take in.
Definitely.
I would probably also add in there that would be good when you do these photographs to do some staging. You know, a little bit of setting up of some dishes, and so people can see themselves in that setting. Do you agree with that, Tyann?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A little bit of staging, micro staging. You know, so if you don't have a whole lot of time, or like, you know, Wendy has 13 properties, she's going to now want to reshoot now that she knows what she needs to do. She might not be able to go stage every single one, but just making sure they're cleaned, maybe bring some flowers. Take the same flowers, you know, to each.
And you know what? That's something that I think
fine.
we need to kind of point out is that, you know, we can't wait for all the lights to turn green before we leave town. You know, so although the things you want to do may not be the perfect way you want them, it's better to go in there, get some better photographs today. Don't wait for tomorrow until you have, you know, all the things you need to make it look perfect. Get in there, get it started, start, you know, presenting your properties better immediately, and I think she'll start seeing some different results. What do you guys think?
I agree. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so
start
that's a
small, do what you can. You know, you might not be able to get a professional in there now, or 6 months, or 2 years, but do what you can to improve along the way.
Amen
Great
to
job.
that. All right, so that's going to be a perfect segue into Mercedes Brennan's presentation. Mercedes, excited to see what you got. Let us
Hi,
see.
everybody. Nice to be here. Thanks, Jay.